You have dreams, right? Big dreams. But then reality hits, and those dreams start to feel impossible. Why? Why do we feel motivated one minute and defeated the next? The answer lies in one thing: our minds. Your mind is your biggest enemy, but it's also the key to your breakthrough. In this video, I'll show you how to win that battle. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you set a goal? Whether it's a big one or a small one, maybe to get in better shape, start a business, or change your career. At first, you're excited. You're fired up. You can see the new version of yourself in your mind like it's already real. But then, something happens. Doubt creeps in. Maybe the idea seems too hard, or maybe you start thinking you're not capable of doing it. And just like that, the goal slips away. That right there, that's your mind working against you. It's like an enemy that doesn't want you to step outside your comfort zone. It whispers things like, what if I fail? What if people laugh at me? Maybe I'm not good enough. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. You're not alone. Every single one of us faces these mental battles. We all have these voices in our heads feeding us doubt, fear, and negativity. But here's the truth. That voice isn't the problem. The problem is how much power we give to it. Now, let's talk about something powerful: the law of diminishing intent. This law is simple. The longer you wait to act on an idea, the less likely it is that you'll ever take action. Think about it. How many times have you been inspired to make a change or start something new, but you kept putting it off? I'll do it tomorrow, you say. But guess what happens when tomorrow comes? You still don't act. And as the days pass, the intent gets weaker and weaker until it fades completely. This is how most of us lose. We let our enthusiasm die because we don't act when the idea is fresh and the motivation is strong. Think about it like this. If you want to start going to the gym, that very first day is crucial. If you let the feeling slip away, chances are, a week later you'll still be on the couch telling yourself, maybe next week. But the next week never comes, right? You see, your mind tricks you into thinking you have more time than you really do. It convinces you that it's okay to wait. But in reality, every day you wait, you're getting further and further away from your dreams. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can you stop your mind from sabotaging you? How can you turn your mind from being your enemy into being your greatest ally? The answer lies in two things: discipline and taking small actions. Let me explain. You see, motivation is great. It gets you started. But discipline is what keeps you going. Discipline is what helps you take action even when you don't feel like it. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired. Discipline doesn't care if you're scared. Discipline just does the work, whether you're in the mood or not. But the good news is that discipline doesn't have to be this huge, overwhelming thing. It starts with something small. Let's go back to that gym example. Instead of promising yourself you'll go to the gym every day for an hour, start small. Maybe today. Just go for 10 minutes. That's it. Just 10 minutes. What you're doing here is building the muscle of discipline. Once you've taken that small action, something amazing happens. Your brain gets a little dopamine hit because you accomplished something. And that feeling will make you want to do it again. Before you know it, those 10 minutes turn into 20, then 30, and soon enough, you're in the habit of showing up every day. But discipline alone won't get you across the finish line. To make lasting change, you need something even more powerful. A reason Jim Rohn once said, if you have enough reasons, you can do the most incredible things. And he was right. Your reasons are what drive you to keep going, even when it gets hard. Your reasons are what push you to act, even when every part of you wants to quit. Let me ask you, Why do you want to change? Why do you want to succeed? Is it for your family, for your future? Maybe it's to prove to yourself that you can do it. Whatever it is, your why needs to be strong enough to carry you through those tough moments when it feels like giving up is the easier option. Take some time to think about it. Write it down if you have to. The stronger your reason, the harder you'll fight to make your dreams a reality. Let's talk about something we all deal with: mental resistance. It's that feeling of discomfort that shows up the moment we try to do something new, something that pushes us outside our comfort zone. Your mind will come up with 1,000 excuses not to do it. I'll do it later. I'm not ready. What's the point? This resistance is normal. It's a sign that you're on the right path, because if it were easy, everyone would do it, right? The key is to push through the resistance. And how do you do that? By taking imperfect action. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. Stop waiting until you feel ready, because you'll never feel fully ready. The only way to overcome resistance is to act, even when it feels uncomfortable. Here's a simple trick. Whenever you feel that resistance creeping in, do what's called the 5-second rule. Count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take action before your mind has a chance to talk you out of it. It might seem too simple, but it works. Your mind won't have the time to create excuses, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to completing the task. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in life. Once you get started and build just a little bit of momentum, things begin to move almost effortlessly. But you know what the hardest part is? That very first step. So how do you build momentum? By focusing on small wins. You don't need to climb the entire mountain in one day. You just need to take the first step. Small wins build confidence. They build belief in yourself, and that belief is what keeps you moving forward. It could be something as simple as reading 10 pages of a book every day, or saving $5 a day, or take a 15-minute walk every morning. These small wins may not seem like much at the moment, but over time, they add up. They build discipline, they build character, and most importantly, they build momentum. Once you've stacked up enough small wins, it becomes easier to tackle the bigger challenges. But here's the thing. You can't just leave it to chance. You need to hold yourself accountable. You need to track your progress, because what gets measured gets improved. Here's a simple exercise. At the end of each week, take some time to reflect. Ask yourself, what did I do well this week? Where did I fall short? What can I improve next week? By doing this, you're not only holding yourself accountable, but you're also learning from your own actions. And the more you reflect, the more you grow. You can even take it a step further by finding an accountability partner, someone who will check in with you, push you when you're slacking, and celebrate with you when you succeed. Now, here's something that's going to change the game for you. You have to see yourself as the person you want to become. If you don't believe you're capable of achieving your dreams, no amount of effort will get you there. You have to change your self-identity. You have to start seeing yourself as someone who takes action, someone who doesn't quit, someone who deserves success. This is called identity shifting, and it's incredibly powerful. Start telling yourself a different story. Instead of saying, "I'm just lazy," start saying, "I'm the kind of person who gets things done." Instead of saying, "I've always been broke," start saying, "I'm the kind of person who's smart with money." It might feel weird at first, but over time, your brain will start to believe the new story you're telling it. And when your brain believes it, your actions will follow. So, how do you win the battle with your mind? First, you acknowledge that your mind is both the enemy and the key. You have the power to take control, but it starts with small actions, with discipline, and with building strong reasons that pull you forward. It's about understanding that the thoughts holding you back aren't reality. They're just fear. They're just resistance. And the only way to overcome that resistance is to act. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to know the entire path. All you need to do is take the first step, and then the next one. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is you. So, what are you going to do today? Are you going to let your mind control you? Or are you going to take back control and start working toward the life you want? Remember, your mind can be your greatest enemy, but it can also be your greatest ally. It's time to grind. It's time to turn those dreams into reality. It's time to win the battle with yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is going to do it for you. It's up to you.